Howdy lads, welcome back to another Gates of Hell PvP match. This time it is a 2v2 on Marvy Ridge. It's late war. I'm the German faction. I've gone for the irregular doctrine. It is myself and Riot Drone versus Nuri and Mr. Bollocks. So I've been playing with these lads a bit lately. All very good lads, all in the Discord. Get amongst it if you're not. But as you can see, I've actually started on the northwest. Now I've actually never, I can't remember actually ever fighting out on the northwest properly. I've played games on this map and gone to assist, but I've never actually mainly focused on the northwest point. So I was actually pretty keen because I really dislike fighting over the middle. That hill is just a nightmare. Excuse me while I turn up the brightness. Oofed. There we go. Happy days. I'm sipping the coffee. And now we wait for the boys to get up there. So I've gone for the standard squad. I do get engineers, so I figured, like engineers within the squad. I have a bit of trouble with this. Disregard it. I'll sort it in a sec, but decided I wanted to build some barbed wire in a really annoying spot. So if they do decide to try and push this point, it's just a bit of a nuisance, basically. So that way I can kind of funnel them into kill zones around the point. That was my idea there, just to be a bit of a nuisance, nothing too hectic. But the lads are getting up there now, happy days. So there's a nice spot behind that wall, as you can see. I've split the squad up. I've got one set of lads behind that wall, and I'm bringing a bunch of guys around the left here, hoping to catch them out as they run down that road. So if they try to pull up on the wall on the other side, I'll come behind them with half a squad, and that should hopefully be happy days. I've said that a lot today, haven't I? But also get another dude kind of out real far northwest, just in case. But perfect. So I'm going to sprint these lads there and get them shooting at all those soldiers. Now, I can't remember who was out here. I think it's Mr. Bollocks. Yeah, it is. It is a really annoying thing, but it's something that, you know, it's pretty standard in urban games. Just jam your infantry into a building. Yeah, I do it. Everyone does it. Sometimes you just have to. It's the only way you can hold on to a point. Domination, a bit different. But yeah, with battle zones, sometimes this is your best option. I actually thought that the Panzerfaust would blow up the building a little bit, but apparently not. I don't know if it's a bug or something, but yeah, so not happy days anymore. Decided to buy a flamethrower though. I'll just burn him out if I have to. I do still have the manpower there. It's just most of my guys are actually in the point. I've also got a Panzerschreck team, because why not? And out comes the next Luftwaffe Pioneer Squad. So I'm trying to like blow the house open, but it's, yeah, apparently it doesn't work. So I have to wait till I get something big to blow it up. So I'm going to throw some smoke. Oh no, I'm throwing a grenade. Oh, I was trying to get the grenade to go in the window. Kind of works. A little trick for you. But things are pretty slow at the minute. Old mate's on his own in the middle. I've just kind of left that for now. I'm just trying to establish control out here. I do have map control despite not holding the point. But I wanted to get those points ticking, so I'm bringing guys in. He's just reinforced though, so I think his reinforcements will severely outnumber me now until my guys get here. They're still stuck up north, which isn't ideal. He seems to be, which is a pretty common thing when you do the tactic of jamming guys in. It happens to me a lot too. You actually lose control of the point. Yes, even if you're capping, because you've got the numbers, I get that, but you do lose control of the point. I notice it when I play, and I do the same thing. So lately I'm trying to use it as a last resort if I'm really struggling or if they're doing it to me. I'm trying to burn the house down, but as you can see, none of them got burnt. So dumb. So yeah, that sucks. Indestructible building, apparently. Yeah, whatever I was saying, I forgot. But next squad's there. Get my officer out. Hide him in a bush, as we do. I do quite like this doctrine. It comes with the flame tank, which is why I got it. Because I figured on this map, I was kind of thinking of the hill, of just like putting the flame tank up on the hill and going nuts, but yeah, it'll work for this town too. I also decided to try and get the engineer to build a few tank traps, but because he'd kind of spread around the point and gotten in those buildings on either side, it made it a bit hard. So I decided against it. If I'd have done it a bit earlier, or with the other engineer, it probably would have made a good shout, but can't win them all. 5 minutes in though, 328 to 238 their way. They currently hold 3 zones to our 1, and I am capping the 2nd. So once I've taken control of this area, I can go and help my mate in the middle. It's just a matter of, can he keep pumping out the infantry units to hold me off? What I mean by that is, and being the Soviets, he probably could, but what I mean by it is, if he can keep pumping out numbers and hiding them in buildings, obviously that's going to keep my attention over here, even if I've got complete control of the point like I do now. Or best part control of the point. So, yeah, basically, until I can blow up the buildings and stop him from doing that or clear them out, I can't really move on. I can send a squad or two there if I have the spare men. Don't get me wrong, but that's pretty well it. So I'm just trying to get guys in the point. And there we go. So I've decided to bring some guys up to help out in the middle. Right, drone's having a little bit of trouble in there, so we'll help him out. And my flame tank is here, so I like this thing. Never really does that well for me, but I do like it. He's also got a tank, if you can see up on the west there, coming down the road. I do have that AT detachment already there, ready to go. And a good thing about me having all this map control is he can't just run at me like that with tanks and stuff, because I'll see everything. I've got AT everywhere. This is pretty much where you want to get to. Even if I was losing that point for majority of the time that I've been fighting on it, I still have complete control. Now he's shooting me with another T-70, so it looks like they've gone the double T-70. He's throwing shots at my Panzer III. Panzer III's front armor can actually take shots from the T-70 quite consistently, so more than happy. Now you'll see me trying to destroy this, but I kept hitting the track, and they were laughing at me in voice chat. He's like, "You've destroyed the track like 10 times, dude, relax." But I just wanted to make sure it couldn't come back from the dead and haunt me. Always finish off your tank, boys. Every single time. Finish it off. What I like to do when I'm playing PvE, so Conquest and that, is like skirmishes and stuff, is I like to finish them off, even though you don't have to, because the AI most of the time won't get back in. I like to finish them off out of principle, because it trains me to do it in PvP. If you're playing, you know, PvE half the time, and you're doing one thing, but in PvP you got to do another, at the end of the day, PvE is easy to manage and deal with whatever tactic, whereas PvP, you've got to destroy them. So I feel like it's worth just incorporating the PvP tactics into your PvP game, just so you get fluid with it. That squad's made it, though, to the middle, and we've actually started capping. Mr. Bolks has done a nice job of kicking me off of the top left side of that point as well. So, very nice by him, actually. So he does have that tank there still. So I'm throwing a bunch of Panzerfaust at him. Oh my god, stuck behind the cemetery thing. The, what do you call it? Headstone. But Panzerfaust got a real nice shot on it. Ammo rack. So now the flamethrower goes in and will hopefully burn them out of these buildings. I was going to put it left, but I decided against it. So the machine gun's getting some nice work too, which is awesome. It's got decent range, this thing. I never have a good time with it, but my god, did I have a good time at the minute. It was awesome. I was completely trying to burn him out. I don't know how his soldiers are surviving, honestly. I killed more with my machine gun than with the flamethrower. I actually managed to get in his tank. I could have repaired it, but I didn't want to repair the track just for him to, you know, kill me and take it and then run off. It's happened to me plenty of times where I've tried to steal equipment and they get me before I can, so I figured, screw it, get rid of it. And Nuri's got a sniper in the middle doing some amazing work, actually. Looking on the kill feed there. I will promote it again because I'm really getting amongst it and I love it, but if you do have an Amazon Prime membership and you want to support me, jump on Twitch, come check out the lives. You can subscribe for free. It supports me, it gives you ad-free video, like, you know, you can watch ad-free. I implore everyone, jump on the lives, come have a chat, come play. It's good fun. I promise you I'm not that boring, but yeah, it's great. I've been loving it. So we've been getting consistent, like, people on there, and there's a fair bit of engagement and chatting, and it's only just beginning. I've got big plans for it. I won't reveal them, but I'm going to move my setup around. Going to get a few fun things to make the stream super fun, and you'll see what that is eventually, but I think it's pretty snazzy. It's just expensive, so I've got to save up for it. But I think it's going to be awesome, so I implore you all to get around it. Either way, though, I did miss the 10-minute mark. I do apologise, but 11 minutes in, 374 to 346. We hold 2 zones, they hold 2 zones, and they're capping the 3rd. I am sending a squad up to reinforce the middle to help out right drone there. I've also got a squad moving in here. I'm sneaking a dude around there just to help out. But I've kind of retaken control. There's probably a good little map from Mortar. And one thing I think that is important if you're going to get a mortar, for it to be worth it, you've got to get it early. Because obviously, the thing that it's best for is damaging units and kind of weakening them, taking all their bandages so that you can kind of beat them attritionally. Yes, you'll get kills with it, but not always. So if you get it early, it just gives you the best chance to get plenty of kills, do lots of damage, and actually make it worth it, because it is expensive to have a mortar up and running. And in fairness, it's expensive to have one up and running all game, because you've got to use a lot of supplies, but yeah. So I'm going to throw a bunch of smoke and charge in. I've got Fallschirmjägers, so they will start capping very quickly. They'll be worth 2.5 per soldier. So I was more than happy with that. And I decided I would leave the right, which is why I pumped all the guys in the building to hide them, so I could keep the cap weight. And I'm going to focus on the middle and try and push old mate back so that I can leave right drone here and pull back to where I was. I do think Nuri and Mr. Bullocks were both putting soldiers in the middle, so it's only fair that I help out. FG42 getting some kills, nice. So we've taken that, we've pushed up into the middle. Does have a sneaky guy there. See if I can get a grenade on him. Have an aid, son. He tried to throw an aid at me, the cheeky boy. I got an MG team just to kind of hold that left side of the point, because there was a little bit of a gap there. We don't rate that. Also got an AT detachment coming out, so I'll put them up higher, kind of like where we had the old AT team, and they're basically there to do the same thing. If he tries to rush me with anything, he's going to have a bad time. So he does have that, I think it's an SU-76, which is dangerous for my tank, obviously. And they're also capping the middle again, so I don't know if he has... I think, I'm 99% sure he'd actually put an officer on at this point. I do implore you guys not to put officers on the point so quickly, because a lot of the time what it does is just kind of extends the loss. If you're at a point in 13 minutes, like where you're almost losing, you've only got 200 points left before you lose, fair enough, chuck him on, but you know, they're in front right now, and at the end of the day, they've got no infantry there. Having the officer there is giving them the cap, but if we kill the officer, it's game over. And for it to be game over at this point, with the score how it is, would just be stupid. So, yeah. He kills my dude. Rough. So yeah, I do implore you guys, don't be too quick to put your officers on the point, because it can be your downfall very quickly. But in fairness, he is capping at the minute, so I mean, you guys can judge yourselves. My teammate's building the defensive Finland Doctrine AT guns, the static ones. I've got some more Fallschirmjägers pushing to the middle to help out. Basically, my idea was to do what I did before, but instead of stopping in the middle, push all the way out or over to ensure that I could basically make, stop him from getting any foothold on the point. So we can't just sit an officer on the point. Now, if you look at the minimap there, that red dot on the middle, there's two now, but there was one, that is actually the officer. So, yeah, do with that what you will. 15 minutes in though, 424 to 331, their way. Brilliant match so far. Having a brilliant fight out here on the flank. There's also a very hard fought fight going on in the middle. I'm having some trouble. The BT-42 is doing some damage for our riot drone. I think he was quite happy with that, but because his mortar's here, I figured I'd get the Panther fast and I'd shoot a rocket, like the rocket at the mortar. I thought it would, be a little bit more accurate than that, but no. So I did take out the mortar, but I didn't kill it, so it's what it is. I think I was tempted to make a push for it, but I didn't. Gone for the 15 centimeter SIG, which is basically, it's an infantry gun. It's, if you've used a 7.5 LEIG, this is double that. So it packs quite a punch. Now, we've got a lot of infantry on here. I'm pretty sure all he has is an officer at this point and a couple of infantrymen. Because my Fallschirmjägers are worth 2.5 each, I've got 2 squads on there, or 1.5. Yeah, I'm out capping him, even with the officer. This is what I mean by don't do it too early, because all it's really doing is extending your loss if you lose it at this point. I kind of get what he's doing, though. I do think he's taking his officer off the point, though. I reckon that might be him sitting in the foxhole on the right there. He's pulled him back. Oh no, there he is, right behind that wall. I'm trying to get a nade over there. He ran out of nades, which is very annoying. So I'm going to throw a bunch of smoke and I'm going to try and just charge it and throw grenades. That's my play. So let's see how we go. I do need some more infantry in the middle though. So he's actually brought a tank up. I believe he got the dual T-34s. So he's brought a tank up. And luckily for me, that AT team was ready to go. That static gun is actually getting shots on that tank too, which is nice. He's actually got another tank pushing closer to the hill, if you can see it. I must be hitting a tree or something. I don't know what the hell's going on. I've got that off though. Gonna let that do some work. I do have reinforcements already in the point. Well, at the point, sorry. So I'm gonna put them in just to get the cap weight. I do have that squad there. They were just there to stop them from pushing through the gap between the middle and right point. And as reinforcements, as I said. So I do like to have a squad in preparation to be reinforcements. I was going to make a play for the kill, but I just lost one doing that, so I thought maybe not. Throw an AT grenade at him. Die. Pretty decent explosions, those things, actually. So he's actually moved the tank into a hidden little spot. I don't think he realises I was so close with AT. Bang. Cop that. So it's now dead. I've ammo racked it. Have another one. And then I turned around and I was thinking, why not have a go at the next tank? So off we go. Come on, son. Get it. Get it. Ah. You can't win them all. Anywho, though, I've got another AT attachment coming up. Still haven't made any use of my SIG. So I've decided to move that into a different position so that it can help out a bit. Those static guns are amazing. Kind of forgot to do the grenade push after I throw the smoke. Not bad. And I like to use this little trench behind the point to prepare my next assault. So I'll bring a squad up. If they start capping again, I'll deal with it then. So I think he knows I'm here at this point. I knew that his Tank was looking at me. I just wanted to burn them out. You got me? Rough gig. If you haven't used a 15cm SIG, give it a go. It's quite a weapon. Let me tell you. I figured I'd try and repair it because he didn't fully kill it. And exactly what I was saying before, lads. Make sure you fully kill equipment. Tanks especially. Don't just shoot it, decrew it and go, yeah, that's fine. You're gonna have a bad time, boys. That was a bit retarded, wasn't it? Ah. How'd he get me? Come on. Those PPSHs are brutal, man. But, oh mate's got a grenade, so we'll deal with it the old-fashioned way, shall we? Then I noticed he was actually pushing me. He threw a grenade at himself, though. A few kills, happy days. We love that. Alright, Joe's actually Panzer Shrek that tank in the middle, so we've kind of taken control at this point. 20 minutes 45 seconds in though. 5:59 to 3:59 to 3:46 their way. We are capping them very quickly though. And look, we got a dog, little German Shepherd. That's Hitler's dog Blondie, coming to hang out. I did notice him running guys in that building, so I thought, nah, not today, son. Threw a Panzer Faust at him, didn't do anything. Then a shot to the face didn't do anything either. Ooh, the SIG. So that thing destroys buildings. So now we are going to have some fun, boys. Still trying to repair this tank. I'm just going to leave the SIG there, let it do its thing. It is in a very vulnerable spot, I must admit. But, I killed a lot of my own dudes. But in turn, that stops him from being able to hide there. He's got an SU-152 at the back there, which I do have to watch out for. Nothing I have can really deal with that from the front. The SIG could hurt it, probably shock it, but I don't think the SIG would kill it. So, eventually, if that pushes too far forward, I'll have to get something to deal with it. I do have a few AT instrument around. Now, notice this point hadn't been touched for a while. And what people tend to do when you don't attack a point at the start is they'll leave one or two guys there thinking that it's safe. Everyone does it. If they don't push you, get a squad on there before you leave it. I know it sucks having a squad doing nothing, but at some point in the game, it will get pushed in most cases. So I ping that to let riot drone know, like, oh, maybe have a push for that because it might have nothing on it. And he's going to push out there and have a look now. I was going to try and get into the SU, but no. Not today. I know why he's not getting in it and fixing it. I think I was going to have a run at this other tank. Nah, decided not to. Put him on hold fire. Smart move. I'm crawling him up into one of the bushes. I don't know why I'm getting him in that building. I am holding the point, so I don't really need to move them. But I decided to. That mortar headed right on him. That was rough. So I've decided to pull that away, put it a bit closer, and give it a bit better of an angle. But I still have to watch out for that tank on the west, because it probably has range on me if I get too close. He's doing the same thing on his side. He's got the 152 just throwing shots. I was trying to get a shot on this thing. Why isn't he shooting? Oh, yeah. So dumb, man. And then it disappeared on me. Shoot. Man, I don't know with this game sometimes. So yeah, that sucks, but we carry on. There's been a tree in the way or something, I don't know. Something dumb. Speaking of trees in the way and something dumb. Ugh. I do like the little camo they've got going on. So I was going to put it... I'm pretty sure I ended up putting it on the road? No. But it's got a nice little spot. And then I've seen he popped a shot at it. I was like, ooh, crap. That could have gone very bad. If he had taken that out, that would have been bad. Sorry, I did the stupid internet thing, but yes, that could have been very bad for us, boys. So I'm moving it onto the road now so that it's out of his view. Again, I've hit a stupid tree. Now, for those of you who say that should have gone down, I've actually hit a tree in real life in a car, and let me tell you, they're a lot stronger than you think. So it probably makes sense that the truck can't run it over. So now I've got the SIG in a nice little spot. Hopefully it does a fair bit of damage. Excuse me while I go to... Yeah, I've just gone on my left screen to make sure things were all recording, everything was happy, and it is. SIG finally got a kill, which is nice. That might be the first kill it's gotten, to be fair. It's pretty rough, isn't it? So if I take a dude out, he starts capping. So I do have to watch out for that. I am trying to repair that Panther 3 still. I really want to pull it back. 25 minutes in though, it's 535 to 300 our way. And as you can see on the southeast there, Riot did just walk onto that point, exactly like I said. So, and that's a very hard point to assault if you've got no one on there. It's exactly why you should always at least get a squad defending the position, because, as I said, if you've ever seen that point, it's basically like a castle with like a big wall around it. And very limited options to come in. And if you get guys on that wall overlooking the, the way to that point, game over. GG's. So, it was very nice that Riot got that. I pulled the SIG back a little just in case. I've also got the Nebelwerfers. So these are the big boy Nebelwerfers, the good ones. So I figured the best target would be this. If I can get rid of that, we should be good. Luckily for me, this isn't a good point for tanks. There we go. So it didn't even kill it though. So one was right next to it and another one was probably a couple meters from it and it didn't kill it. So that's pretty rough. I would have thought 300mm rockets would right next to a tank would probably make something blow up, but maybe not, I don't know. So we weren't able to kill that, which does suck. It's tracked though, can't do anything. I went to see if I could get a bomb, but I can't afford one. It does have this 152 sitting there though. I figured because I have so much infantry around, with Panzerfaust and stuff, that I'd just have a go at him. I think he's running to try and take out my Nebelwerfer before it does too much damage, which isn't a bad move. I probably wouldn't risk that tank to do it, but you can see I'm just closing in on him. Oh god, look at that. No escape, boys. No escape. Happy days though, they are capping. Now, we don't have much, we haven't really brought up infantry in a while, so I'll bring up a Fallschirmjäger squad. Obviously they got good cap bait. Chuck them in and we should be good. One of his tanks is down, which really helps us. And now I'm just trying to get these guys in a good spot. I am putting this guy in the building as well. I believe he actually has crappy infantry in there, so my guys are out capping him pretty hastily, which is nice. I also wanted to get the Nebelwerfer off this truck so I could see how long I had to reload. Not even halfway. Now, old mate is actually capping that southeastern point. Oh, a good little point. I guess Riot didn't actually push up too far, so he would have still had people on the point. But if you clear that point, it's so hard to push. Get a nade over. Sweet. Ooh, he's having a go at me. Katyusha. No, my SIG. Lucky I moved the Nebelwerfer. My SIGgy. No. But it's still alive, so wasn't unhappy with it. Could still get shots. I don't know why he didn't complete his barbed wire, but he didn't. Also going to run a rifleman out there. I should have just got a tank squad, but I didn't. I've actually as well got it back in this flame tank. So I'm trying to repair it and get that track sorted so I can run it away. Otherwise it'll just get killed. He does still have the tank basically staring at it, but I think because it's tracked, he can't actually get a shot on it. He's trying to. So I decided I was going to move the SIG, and then I decided against it because he'll still have to wait a while before he reloads his Katyusha. It's not that big of a deal. Push them out there too. Really spread the lads out. Try and regain complete control of this point because I have kind of let it go a little bit as of late. Ooh, there we go. He got the Panzer III again. Not happy. Leave the Panzer III alone. Nebelwerfer is ready to go again. Absolutely devastating weapon, the 300mm one. This is probably the only German rocket arty I think is worth it, to be honest. I'm also going to run a Panzerschreck around there, see if I can't take out that tank. It appears as though he hasn't got much soldiers there, so... He's actually running a tank around there too, which is pretty wild. I noticed that and thought, perfect, because he has a squad running as well. We're so close to being ready. It's got 2 tanks going there. So, potential to do a lot of damage here, boys. A lot of damage. Come on, come on. There we go. Right there. That's the money shot. Maybe not destroying my own building, but... RIP frame rate. Ooh, that was a good shot. So we'll run that away now, before his Katyusha counters me. We've actually taken out one of the tanks, which was awesome. Cleared all of his infantry, destroyed all the buildings he was using to hide. And now, I'm going to have a go at this tank. So I'd call a duty at myself. Sometimes it's just easier that way. Bang. We got it. Nice. Don't know if I've decrewed it though. I think I just tracked it, which is not ideal. He's running another tank at me. Don't recommend. It does have flames happening though, which is nice. Still dealt with it though. Bit of a tank graveyard at this point, isn't it, lads? Another squad. Now is the time where we overwhelm. He's lost a lot of points and a lot of equipment. You know, losing 5 tanks over a match is pretty harsh, especially when you lose 3 in the space of 30 seconds. Or a couple of minutes. Coming back from that's going to be very hard. I'm just pushing these guys in the middle just to make sure we keep it. Chuck a Jaeger squad in there to reinforce just in case. As I said, on the right, I'm best part settled. He's probably lost too much at this point to make a good push at me. Ooh, not so much to make a good push at me, but to actually be able to uphold a good push on me. He might get a squad there and, you know, cause me a bit of stress, but I'm going to be able to reinforce a lot more than he is at this point, essentially. As you can see, I still have 700. Well, I had almost 800 points. Now I've spent some and still got almost 600, so I do have a lot of points. He's brought out another tank. So, very little infantry on a point that I think demands a lot of infantry. He would have probably been smart to Katyusha the back of the point too at some point. But in saying that, I understand exactly why he went for the SIG. Because the SIG was pretty dangerous for him. It still is. It's only got 11 kills though. There it is. Yeah, I was reloading. Rough. Run away. Now, he heard me mention the Katyusha. And he ran away. It was a bit of a ruse. Because we were all in a chat, I was like, oh, Katyusha. He goes, oh, nah. And he ran away. He would have killed my SIG. Or he would have wiped all of my infantry off that point. So, nice little trick play by me. Bold play cut, and let's see how it pays off. If any of you get that reference, let me know. Paul Rudd, for a hint. So I've got my shit goblet, my Scheisswerker, shooting at the tank. I did run a Panzerfaust at it, but it didn't do anything. He's actually trying to arty me now. The cheeky boy. I'm moving that up, try and get it out of the way. They're making another push in the middle. That push right did on the southeast probably is what gave us this advantage. Well, it is what gave us this advantage because it split them up over the whole length of the map while we held 4 points. So, very hard to come back from. He actually pushed his IS-2 up very far, so I had a lot of AT on the side there, so I'm running them up. Yeah, don't do that with your tanks, especially a heavy. I don't think this map is a good map for a heavy, and if you are going to get a heavy, it's probably best used on the northwest, or any tank for that matter, bar a flame tank. Just my opinion though. So the Panzerfaust did absolutely nothing. Anyway, second Panzerfaust did a bit of damage. Now throwing nades at it. Try to decrew it. So their points are going down at a very fast rate now at this point. Got 29 left. They've lost a fair few Doctrine units at this point. I decided, let's bring up the Nebelwerfer. The 123 is not doing a lot. I feel like the stock artillery that you can get, just the base artillery, is not worth it in 99% of cases. For counter battery, yeah, but trying to, you know, shell a point with those is just crap, I think. So I was having a go at the tank, and I managed to catch an Elite Guards rifle squad pushing up. Now I killed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Pretty sure they're only 6-man squads, so that was unlucky. I put my Nebelwerfer up. Speaking of unlucky, so I was looking for the artillery. I was going to wait. I was just going to hit his artillery. Why not? Still get him to try and fix that. At this point, I didn't know the points were dropping that quickly. Like, ooh, there he is. Oh, come on, you're making me look silly. Where's the unlucky part? I was going to have a go. Nebelwerfer is reloading. And, oh no, that's a SIG, sorry. Come on, shoot. And here it is. Now, let me tell you, in a second, he actually thought, like, he thought it was there. He didn't know it was there because I'd shot from there before. I just happened to bring it up just as he'd gotten that ready to shoot. So he didn't actually see it. It was just luck that I happened to bring it back at that time. So yeah, that was unlucky, but you do get that. They are capping, but it's probably too little too late at this point. If you do like this content though, please do like, sub, comment, all that good stuff. It really does help me out. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.